This is The Process Shot. I'm Michael. I'm stuck in a haunted movie theater, and I've seen The Sheik, a 1921 romantic melodrama directed by George Melford. Well, it's sorta romantic, I suppose. Set in northern Africa, it focuses on Lady Diana, a young woman with a fierce independent streak who catches the eye and attention of a wealthy sheik named Ahmed. He hatches a successful plan to intercept her as she sets off on a voyage through the desert, effectively kidnapping her and keeping her as a prisoner, intent on making Diana his wife one way or another. However, as Diana's feminine aspects come out over time as a result of this mistreatment, Ahmed comes to sympathize with her and truly care for her. Meanwhile, Diana falls in love with Ahmed because, well, why not? Yeah, things move along pretty quickly here, no matter how little sense it makes when you actually think about it. The movie is pretty much designed around these contrivances, or at least setting up for contrivances to happen, with the intended goal in the long run to be to justify the love story between our two leads. It works about as well as is necessary, in that it does the bare minimum to keep the story moving along, pushing character development by the wayside, if not backwards, into simpler roles. Diana's independent spirit is made well and clear from the film's outset, but once she's captured, she effectively crumbles, with attempts at escape seemingly more out of desperation than any planning. It also doesn't help that when she does admit to loving Ahmed, it's done before his definitive shift from a brutish character, which just makes it all weird. In any case, the fact that Ahmed and Diana have some change in their characters is what makes them the most developed of the lot, with the others in the film being more one-dimensional and, again, either fulfilling a specific role within the story or an archetype of the plot. And there is a difference, mind you. Anyways, The Sheik is still pretty bland even outside of its less than logical story. Set pieces and desert shots are nice to look at though, the latter being put to use many times to help create a sense of scale and highlight its vastness, and thus the obstacles Diana would have to overcome in order to escape. There's also some nice attention to costuming, not enough to really say that it's spectacular, but it feels more realistic than stereotypical. Well, maybe. But that's pretty much all that the film has going for it, except maybe the actual casting, especially Ahmed. It's easy to see how this movie made Rudolph Valentino a household name at the time, what with his suave yet imposing presence and movement that commands your attention at all times. He manages to make his character somewhat endearing and even enjoyable despite his, well, less than appealing actions. In any case, the movie has more faults than favors, or however you phrase it. It's appealing enough for who it has and what it introduces and its overall place in film history, but as it is, the creative spark dries out rather quickly and the rest becomes a bit of a trudge through melodramatic tripe. The Sheik, George Melford, 1921. 2 stars. I'd say that it's still worth watching, at least for its historical value. This may all have been novel for the silent era, but that wouldn't last for very long. That's it for this review. If you liked it, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel for more reviews. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've got. There really isn't much else to say. Outside of Valentino, I'm not really sure how this movie has a reputation.